Hello, I'm going to talk about the feedback that we got as part of my evaluation. Well, basically, I'm going to talk about the Codes Conventions, obviously, and the Codes Conventions, if we went with our genre was thriller, and it was guessed almost immediately, pretty much. So we aimed at that quite well, and we went the Codes Conventions of thriller with like the amount of enigma that we used. The teacher said we gave just enough information to keep watching, so we didn't keep it all in the dark because that would be like quite boring for the people because they wouldn't know what's going on. Someone did say that it looked quite, it could have been a horror as well because of the titles and the way the titles were done, but yeah, it was a thriller and people guessed that. The social groups, well, basically we used a woman that was getting chased because we wanted to, because that social group we represented the kind of stereotypical vulnerable woman getting chased by, like, I suppose, a stereotypical dominant man, and that was kind of picked up on, which was quite good. And there's a guy at the end who was sitting on the bench. We didn't want him to like jump up for joy and stuff like this because this isn't. We wanted to just represent him as just like kind of like a blank thing. He didn't like look sad or look happy, so it's kind of neutral. Yeah, so it just kind of reinforces the enigma because you don't actually know what his like mood is. Institution, we basically, someone at the start of the like the feedback session said they thought it would be a high-end kind of thriller TV program, but we thought that it would be like, it would be for the big screen, and someone did actually say that later on, that it would look really good on the big screen because it's very professional and the editing was really good. So yeah, the audience for our thing, we thought about target audience of 15 because I don't think thrillers are generally 18 because they're not gory enough, or have that much nudity in, so 15, and people did say it was 15 just because, like, based on those facts, it wasn't really, it was okay, it wasn't like gory enough and to be 18 from what the trailer, or no, the title sequence said. We attracted our audience just because of, like, again, just using the enigma to like narrative hook them in, and kind of all together having like really nice cuts in between and stuff like that. Another thing about the audience, the target audience, is that we didn't want the age of our actors to affect the target audience because they were quite young actors like my age. But we asked the group and they said that it was fine. She looked older anyway, the woman that played in our thing. I've learned quite a lot to do with from my like process constructing this product, this title sequence. It's just the amount of in-depth editing and like the equipment used. We used a Canon 550D HD like video camera, digital SLR, and we used that. It did take longer to edit and render and export because of because it was in HD, but it did just look a lot better. Basically, yeah. Looking back at the preliminary task, I've learned what it takes really for the techniques used, because it did take me a long time to get to a group of like how much, because I did a lot of the editing, like the match on action, stuff like that, and yeah, just kind of the techniques used in that, like cross fading and stuff like this, and just practice editing. Basically, I practiced editing on like little things at home, and it kind of really helped me out when it came to the final product. Also, my preliminary tasks were good kind of practices, I guess, leading up to this, which was like kind of the big thing. There was a few criticisms, obviously, like the speed. The main thing was the speed of the last shot was too fast, and it was quite jittery. The camera was quite jittery. Some people, and it was quite, like from the feedback I gathered, that it was quite difficult to know where it was coming from. We wanted it to be an establishing shot, but one person thought it was like the point of view of someone behind them in a bush or something like that, and someone recommended that it be like a point of view of the guy looking down onto the money, or like the brown package, and as he hands it over. But yeah, that's basically the one criticism we had. Apart from that, it's pretty good. We have areas to improve on, obviously, like obviously that last shot, and like the location. The teacher said, Simon said, that he knew the location was the same for the payoff scene as it was for the normal scene. But we asked the students what they thought of that, and they said it didn't detract from it at all, so that was perfectly fine. So yeah, basically.